You'll just have to upload drop one later.
Yeah. Oh.
That way the boys can.
Well,
see
you know
it.
what? Better than radiocast, I guess. Okay.
That is true.
All right. Well, we're gonna find out in 5 minutes if it's on the right channel. All right. So you keep an eye out for me in 273 seconds.
You on MW Leagues 1 or 2? Ah. Offline.
All right. Yeah. Well, it's gonna stay offline for at least another 227 seconds.
I'll keep double checking on it. Oh, hey, cat girls. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna
priorities are straight.
wait for Twitch
And
while
you
I
wonder
distract.
why your wife doesn't like you watching anime.
She doesn't like me anyway. Come on, I'm American. It's science.
Yep. But no, I think that was I now see why TCAF doubled back the way they did. With 228 setting up that firing line on the Rocks water side, I think they felt they'd be running into a choke point, so it was better to take the fight back into the open.
Is Team 1 locked at all? I was all
Yes.
sad for a little bit.
Team 1 is locked.
Well, they're green. I haven't seen the
They're
call.
green, they haven't, yeah. They have not made the call.
Yeah, they have not actually locked. Okay.
Negative.
So, okay, they're speaking Cthulhu at me.
No. The cat's just on the keyboard.
That cat's. All right.
Same thing.
Level knows all about this, right? He just has cats materialize.
Oh my god! Don't even.
No. I have no idea what you're talking about. No idea whatsoever.
No idea. No.
Okay, so I told you guys about it. It's happened since the last time I was casting. Everyone knows about the cat. That crashed my last cast. Well, my son apparently
double lock.
He told me. All right, Team 2 is locked. All right. Go ahead and launch it. All right. So this is, you guys will find this hilarious. He straight up told me that our cat was outside and he needed to open the window, let it in. I was like, that's fine, buddy. Like, go ahead and do that. Well, turns out it wasn't our cat. What he saw was this little gray kitten outside, and he wanted to let it in. And as he said, it looked
He succeeded.
lonely. Yeah, as he lets the cat in, and I hear a meow that I like, unfamiliar meow, right? And I'm like, that's not my cat. I holler at my kid. I'm like, hey, did you let our cat in or another cat? And he goes, well, Dad, don't be mad. But he was lonely. He looked lonely, and I was like, no.
He did give you the cuddles when he showed up.
Yeah, and he did forewarn you.
The
All
team.
right, I'll watch red. You watch blue.
Yeah. All right. 228. We got a Warhammer 60. The Oxide, the Locust 3V, Viper C, Spider 5V, Summoner G, and Commando Doe. A couple of these are probably mid-range. What we got on red?
Yeah, taking off. So far we got an overcharge. Small lasers, 5 ER large, so he's doing just range with support. We got a Fleet 19 with a mag shot, as is the norm.
That's an AC5.
They're running away from me.
Large pulse laser.
Rosalius.
Interesting.
With a Locust 1V with 4 heavy machine gun and a medium pulse. Odd not to see the 3V out here on these things lately, which has been quite popular.
Oh no, Rat Junkie's getting farmed. Can he get out?
All right, they sent all 4. They sent 4 mechs over that way. 1 light with support.
Oh, this
Bolt in the arrow with 3 ER large to go with the light
Rat's
machine
gonna
gun.
get picked here. That leg is wide open. Oh, there he goes.
Abaddon with beam lasers, Tank driving the Highlander with SRMs and an AC-10 and 2 heavy PPCs. They are built for bracket range.
Yeah. So Hammerfell in that Oxide, that's still AC5s.
And they are still counter NASCARing like crazy.
Well, with their mid-range deck, I don't think they have much of a choice. They have to just hold the enemy back as far as possible. Now, with that said, the outside they're doing the outside cap game.
Now they've got it under control. Gamma's about to fall, so they're cleaning that up now that they've got the map under how they want it.
Yeah, with I think what was it, a flea? No, locust. Sorry, with the blue team's locust down. Not only are they down a pilot, they're down the fastest mech on the field. Probably what they were relying on to like help hold caps. That commando, I think they're running. It seems a little slower, so I think they're kind of running like that standard engine build, the zombie build where it's all CT.
Is under enemy control.
Laxmatis with his beam laser Abaddon is starting to chip away from the fringes. Oh, this is interesting. They're in a perfect position to hold, but they're going to pick a fight anyway. They're already moving up towards center line to find angles on them.
I like aggression like that. Just.
And now I understand why. They completely still need Theta, so they got to make the push for it now. 228 made a smart decision when they realized how things were going. They went ahead and got the back cap back, and now they're in a position where they can actually play for the advantage by trading.
We had a little commando on commando action on Theta.
Okay, so I just double checked. I think we are good and live on the right channel this time.
I will confirm.
We
are.
Thanks, Highlander is in one hell of a high spot.
All right, in the center of the map, there's just some light trading going on. Surprisingly,
They have resource point Gamma.
I would expect Red to have a little bit more out on the cap game.
Yeah, especially with 228 being a light down. They're the ones that have the advantage at the moment.
Yeah, so 228 is a mech down, and they have another mech out capping. So they only
You know what?
have,
Speak of the
like,
devil. They're
3 or
sending
4
2 lights towards the last light mech they got.
Ooh, Viper. Prime Mester and the Viper got into a fight here with the Flea. Him and the Commando. Ooh, alright. They're going to make this a trade. They're going to pick this Flea here. Alright, both teams have lost their 20-tonner.
Yeah, but Spider's being chased currently by a couple mechs.
Yeah, keep an eye on that fight. Let me know when it escalates, because I think one's just going to run back.
Spider's a little dinged up, but he's regrouping with the others, while TCAF is going to go for the cap.
Ooh, this Blackjack's
They're
pushing
gonna flip
forward. Hammerfell, I think he's...
Oh, but 228 is on their game. They got a double stack flipping Kappa right now. They are playing this cap game really well.
If they can hold it up, they might be able to pull it off. But they are melting here in the center, though. There's only
that's the risk of sending off cappers, right?
Well, yeah. These 2 mechs, if they can hold off, because like these 2 mechs are tying down what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you add the if you add that
Tikov
one
still
over
has
there.
a commando and a locust on the board. They are in a position to recap once they get a comfortable lead on the kill count.
Yeah,
Viper is at 60% though.
Yeah, Blue has 2 mechs out capping. Red has none now because they're all coming in to finish off these last 2. If Blue can take this advantage just to get more of a cap lead, they might be able to. Yeah, they might be able to pull this up.
Yeah,
This
Red
Summer
has
and
to
Warhammer
finish
are
these
buying
mechs
so
off.
much time right now. They should have been dead a while ago at this point.
Right.
But they're still up, and like I said, that's 5 mechs that they have distracted. 6, actually. All 6
Cap number
mechs.
is getting oppressive. And Alfarius is
running out of
currently
time.
flipping Gamma over to their side right now. So they are going to extend their lead on the numbers.
Yep.
Now, once
Tikhonov
Red
has
finishes,
to make a play.
It's on Tikhonov to make a good decision and realize they don't have much time left to do
they
it.
need to spread for caps. They're going to have to send their healthiest mechs, slowest mechs out, and hold different spots.
And they've already got 3 players heading north. Sigma's going to fall, Kappa's going to fall uncontested.
Prime Minister got out of there. Oh my god, he barely got out of there without being spotted from Sigma. And he's on his way to FCs. He's going to definitely get to FCs and flip it.
Oh, he doubled back.
No. Why'd he double back? No. You need caps. Go for caps.
I get it. I mean, at this point, you have to decide whether or not getting an extra cap or killing one of their cappers is of more value. You are fighting the clock, so
Tikhonov has
it's a
5
coin
mechs.
toss.
Tikhonov has 6 mechs. There's no reason why they aren't covering all the caps at this point.
Yeah, they kind of delayed here at Theta. They only need to hold 1 mech here
Yeah.
at Theta, that longbow.
Right.
Everything else should have went to
just-
different caps.
They need the freshest mech to just hold Theta.
Tikhonov is making one ostensibly smart decision by sending a 2-man to some of these caps. They can flip them faster and get them secured with less fighting the timer. But yeah, you still are leaving those 2 guys free
They're
to
completely ignoring
wreak
Gamma
havoc.
right now.
Oh, 2-2-8. If they full cap these, they may win on the clock.
Yep.
I'm
Tikhonov is
excited. I'm
for
excited.
some reason
Yeah,
stalling.
because this could go either way. I think they might be able to pull this off as long as the Viper doesn't get jumped, right? Like this commando.
We're about to
can
find
tank.
out in 30 seconds. Party's going to be at Gamma.
Yep. Once again, it's like,
What-
why?
what are they sitting?
Why
They're
keep full mechs
commando.
on Theta?
That commando is a little rough for wear.
Yep.
But it's a DO3. Those
It's an
Christmas
even fight.
elves just don't
It's
die.
74-77.
Oh no! Oh no! Something with the blue lasers just shot at the Viper. The Viper is running. Oh, is he gonna? He might try to hold that cap. He might just hide behind. That actually might be smart if he just hides behind there and waits for whatever it is to close in.
Tikhonov's commando is going to have to
Oh, okay.
just go after this.
There's
commander.
2 one-on-ones
Oh,
fighting.
we've got a commando v commando happening over on
Yeah,
Gamma.
let me know who wins that. I'm watching the Viper versus Locust fight. 'Cause this Viper can
Alpha's
take out
got a
this
leg
Locust.
wide open.
Here we go.
Oh, if this Viper can take out this Locust, he might just clutch this match.
Alpha lost his leg.
Prime Minister's still fighting with his Locust. Oh,
Minner's
Locust
just
is like
trying to
yeah,
chew on him,
finish
but now
it.
he got 2v1. He's
Oh
dry.
no! Oh no!
Gamma.
They got the Viper.
Gamma's Tikhonov.
Or the Locust. I mean.
They have resource point Gamma.
Okay, Viper managed to win his fight, but oh, he's so fucked up.
They need to leave that cap. There they go. There they go. At this point over on Epsi,
Yeah.
if Prime can just delay them from
Prime.
reclaiming
No.
that cap and flipping it, they may get the clock
Oh, no.
that they need.
Prime made the worst mistake. Okay. Epsi's already fully capped. He doesn't need to hang out on Epsi's. He could have went behind the
No,
rock.
he just defended. He could camp behind that building and shoot anything that stands in it and win.
Yeah.
Right.
But he's also missing a leg, and they've already got him sighted. So
Oh,
Yeah, but I don't think the
he's
longbow's
committed
gonna
now.
make
This is
time.
your life, and I hope it pans out.
that longbow's
Yeah, they're
diving in. Oh, Red's gonna Red's gonna pull it off.
I don't think. You think
Yeah.
so?
Enemy has capped enough
I don't think they're going to be able to decap
They just
this
won.
in time.
They
It didn't
need to.
matter.
No.
They caught up while we were paying attention to the entertainment.
Well, since he died,
Wow.
it turns out it didn't matter. They couldn't win on a 1 cap anyways. So
Yep.
we were getting excited for nothing. Still, that was a pretty good match.
Yeah, that was
Content. That
that-
was for content.
that was well. I say that was well played by 228. Tikhonov
was.
almost threw that one. It's like,
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, they got a little hairy.
Yeah.
TCAF
Yeah.
definitely had a major advantage, and they kind of threw it away
didn't take
early.
advantage of it. Yep. Yeah.
And for those of us joining us for our second match, hi, I'm glad you could join us for your first match. Bit of a hiccup in the procedures, but we're up and running now. Call me 5 Day. We're here with Level. We're here with Orc. How's everyone doing today?
Yeah. For those who are tuning in, you might be wondering why it seems like the cast started, after the first drop, and that's because we had a
That's because it did.
technical issue. We had technical difficulties, but it's all good now, I think. Check in chat. Go Ratty, go. Yeah, Ratty on that one got farmed.
Well,
I got to swap
that's-
teams. Shit. Hold on, I'm swapping
And
teams.
that's surprising given the fact that he has the larger vantage point from his side, being more open. So the fact that he was unable to see that push coming towards Gamma, or maybe he did and just didn't bail soon enough. Who knows?
Gotta tell you,
that's
I'm
kind
pretty
of
impressed with how TCAF is handling a balance of positioning and aggression, because
Yeah.
they've been both really fast to throw their faces at the enemy team in front of them, but they're not doing it stupidly. Even with
Right.
even as aggressive as they are, they're choosing their positions well.
Very
That's-
coordinated.
Very well done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very coordinated. Well executed.
Oh. Dude, my nose is so runny.
Yeah, it may look like YOLO, but they are clearly playing with a very well practiced plan.
100%. Dude, my allergies are kicking my butt today. We've had a roller coaster of weather here in the Midwest. It was like last week it got up to like 80 something degrees, and then this week like the highest it was like 50. Like, and then today it's warm again. It's like,
You know what gets my
okay.
allergies going? Cats.
Oh,
Just saying.
yeah.
I'm gonna get that decal made for you, I promise.
Yeah, you know what? I kind of wonder if I am allergic to animal
It's
dander.
because you West Coasters live very sanitized and sheltered lives, whereas people from the Midwest and South eat dirt as children. So
That's true.
I'll have you know, on my father's side of the family, I am Irish and German, so I'm about as east as the coast gets in that regard.
that's
For my
right.
mom's side, I am Blackfoot and Potawatomi, so also East Coast, as Native American as it gets. And we're kind of famous for eating dirt, I should add. So I don't know. I think 100 years ago, I would have been removed from the gene pool on weakness alone. Instead, you have to listen to me today.
Oh, dude.
Such is life.
Yeah. If I was born a century earlier, I would have totally died from like eating dirt. I would have got worms or something, just died.
You would have been that character from Oregon Trail.
Yeah, yeah. I'd be the one that dies of dysentery like 2 weeks into the journey. You haven't even reached the first outpost yet.
By the way, the plastic porta-johns that you see on job sites, which is something I see quite a bit of, just saying, it's usually just like something Trump this or immigration that, blah, blah. People with their Sharpies are when you're in a portable bathroom. One of them actually wrote, "You have died of dysentery," and drew a covered wagon on the side of it. If I meet that man, I'm going to give him a high five.
All right. Both teams are
That's
locked.
art.
That is all right. Both teams are locked and watching us. We are now in the European servers for the next 2 drops, while TCAF is in Team 1 slot.
The Far East Coast.
So, for those tuning in, this is drop 3 on Luthien. After this, the teams are. Then we go on to the next map, which I think is River City, which is always a fun map.
Yeah, River, we think.
Yeah.
Could be anything. We may just put it onto we may go to Tourmaline. We might get bored.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I mean, that's right. Because didn't Ralphie write the rules kind of like Munchkin rules? It's like whoever.
I think he wrote them
holds-
kind of drunk.
Yeah, whoever holds the whoever's board or game it is makes the rules. Yeah.
Listen, there's nothing sober about unlimited derby rules. All right, I'm looking at red team here. We got a Warhammer 60, Summoner G, Locust 3V, Viper C, Hellfire 2, Commando DO3, and Spider 5V. This is roughly the same deck that they just took. What do we got on blue side?
I am getting there. 228. We have got ourselves. Where's the darn enter key? Phoenix is driving an overcharge. Another bracket build. Small smalls and 5 ER large. Tank in the Highlander. 4 SRM, AC-10, 2 heavy PPC. They're driving a very similar deck to what they just brought. You can expect them to be a mixed range bracketed hold. So they've all got something mostly big to shoot with some support weapons in case they get flanked.
Lord Phyllis, bad pathing. The pathing he took, he just got lit up by like 4 mechs here from blue side. And he's now having to bail. He was on his way to contest.
DBO's trying to contest Theta. He's getting chipped on. He should have bailed out. He hasn't really paid for it yet, but yeah. Okay, he finally took the message. His leg's open and he's getting lost.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's at 84%. Yeah, that right leg's about to go. Ooh. Derek's in the Warhammer just getting drilled by that Urban 2C. That Urban Mech 2C is pretty injured. Did they just have?
You're starting to make a push across the bridge. They're going to go over onto.
Yeah, I see that.
Opposite side of Theta.
So that Urban Mech got in a staring contest with the Warhammer and lost apparently.
Yeah, the Abaddon is open torso, but he's a clanner. He can lose one and not care that much.
Is that what the Urban 2C is called? The Abaddon? All right.
That is correct.
I'll keep that in mind. I always forget it. Oh, the Urban Mech jumped right back up where he was last trading with the Warhammer. 228 has pulled back, and they are rotating towards Sigma side. But
Hammerfell's driving a Giga Meta ER
It seems
medium
like
and heavy
Tikhonov's playing a
laser
little more.
Kappa is
Hellfire.
under enemy control.
It seems like Tikhonov's playing a little more reserved this match, trying to make sure they cover the caps.
they are. It was a close call last time. Looking at the minimap, 228 has a light near Kappa that's about to get picked. He's
Yep.
gotten cornered by
Yeah,
two
he's about-
mechs.
he's
Wubby
about to get
over here.
sandwiched.
Yeah, he's about to get sandwiched, but Therex is just getting slaughtered trying to cross this open ground. Let me know how the little 2v1 fight goes. Therex goes down. The Summoner they got caught out in
Oh, and
the
on the
open.
south side, Lord Phyllis is just praying for rain. He is essentially 1v3. Oh, they spotted him now.
We have possession of
Yep.
Kappa.
He's taking the long way around. I think he'll escape with his life, but he almost got picked.
Yeah, he managed to get out of there. Ooh, Wubby nails that urban mech. I think he's been halved. If I can
Yep.
click on him. Ooh,
228
yes.
is
He's been halved and he's one
really
touch
backing
CT.
themselves into
Wow,
a corner here.
Did you guys just see the two mechs, the 4 mechs just pass each other? They're just trading caps here at Kappa and Sigma. They walked right past each other.
Ooh,
I guess they know what their plan is.
Speaking of,
Yep.
Fight at Sigma, but
The
these guys are
Farriers.
really spotted.
yeah, but Red has two big mechs shooting into this fight. Oh, this Locust Flea need to get out of there. Yeah, the Flea got legged. The Flea's now legged. This Locust needs to bail. This is not a winnable fight here. This was... Run!
CBO's down.
Run, you fool!
No.
Oh,
He's-
Christmas Elf strong. They are so hard to kill.
Yeah, for
He just
sure.
baited their lights and let them get farmed by his support.
Oh.
Yeah, this
Can't
fight
get
at
away, that's the
Sigma's
question.
falling apart. The Locust might actually get out of here alive, though. Looks like he is. Yeah, the Summoner, everyone backed off. Locust got away free. I'm going to head over to that
Enemy
Epsi's
forces
fight.
have Sigma.
Someone's out in the water. Yeah, if Lord Phyllis goes down, Emitter with the kill there.
228 has got a very... They are completely on the fringes of this map right now.
Yeah.
They're-
Tikhonov playing really conservative this match, which I don't
We have
think is
gained
working to
Epsilon.
their favor.
Well, honestly, I think they're reacting to what's a really unorthodox approach.
They have resource point
I would
Gamma.
not have expected to see the entire enemy team just kind of orbit the outer fringes of the map. I think they're just trying to react to what's in front of them,
Well-
and they got to change their positioning on the fly.
Well, we did that in our comp match last Saturday.
good it did.
We instead of pushing up the center, we were like, the enemy's stacking here. Let's stack this opposite direction and just NASCAR the map, and that's how it was. And then it worked because they were hard. They were a hard push brawl, and we were range trade. So
All right, Wubby has
worked
secured
out.
Sigma, but he's also open CT in his summoner. It looks like he's just going to camp there and defend it as best he can. Which is probably a smart move given the nature of how the game is flowing right
I'm
now.
going to
Yeah.
point out. I'm going to also point out both teams a lot of UAVs.
Yeah.
Which
But
is
the-
always
but the
nice to
problem-
see.
The problem that Tikhonov's running into is they tend to take the center of this map and then they just kind of stay there.
Hammerfell and Tank are
Oh.
trading with each other. They are both relatively fresh.
All right, the Urban Mech
Oh,
finally goes
Luminous
down.
goes down.
Well, I'm surprised he's alive has stayed alive as long as he did. He was like one touch CT like 2 minutes ago.
Oh, Hammerfell needs to get lost.
We have Gamma.
Yeah.
Hellfire versus Highlander, that's not,
They've taken
I mean,
Epsilon.
skill aside, that's not a trade you should win by the numbers.
You know, looking at the HP numbers here, while TCAF has the advantage overall, I mean, 228 is still holding on for dear life, right? Like, not
Yeah,
over
most of
for them
Hammerfell's
yet.
damage is self-inflicted. Unless he got a back shot that he didn't notice.
Oh!
He's just been cooking
Oh!
himself trying to get his alphas
Volt!
out.
Volt! He
His
was
armor's
right
still
there
there.
behind that rock!
What,
He-
what fights happen over near us?
Volt was chasing this commando behind the rock, and the commando just like went a little bit further, and Volt gave up pursuing. But that command, both legs are wide open. Now is getting away.
They have
Volt had
resource
the
point
pick
Gamma.
there, but I guess he didn't see the commando just drop into the river and then run past him.
Okay, that's what happened. Yeah, Commando's. Is that the Commando heading towards Theta?
Yeah, the commando got out. Both his legs are open, but he got out, and now he's off to cap Theta. Ooh, they're about to have a 5 cap.
Emitter is throwing himself right into a 2v1. Over at
Yeah.
Gamma, that's a bad call. He's about to
I
fail.
see it. I see it. I'm heading over there. Yeah, he's. Uh, oh man,
Oh yeah, that
he's
is
just running
a
back and
5-point
forth
locust
between
worth
them.
of DPS, and your legs are about to be a memory.
Oh,
Thank you for playing. See you next time.
does, now I know the commandos have jump jets, but there had to be something better
No, it
than
does
just
not.
run straight down the riverbed with one
Now, the
mech in
Christmas
front of you and
elf-
one behind you.
Now the Christmas elf has mask, but it cannot fly. The aggro just got the better of him that time.
This summoner is
The
still up.
Locust is about to do the same thing.
Prime and Rat are about to run into the Locust and Blackjack of TCAF.
Ooh, Hellfire goes
Oh,
down. That happened somewhere. Oh, there's a 2v2 down south.
Yeah, we got a light fight happening. Rat Junkie's leg just fell off.
As one does. All right, this
Prime,
Blackjack.
unless he escapes, is quick to follow.
Oh, he might be able to get out of this alive because of the jump jets. Is he going to take tunnel? Yeah, he's going to take tunnel. Ooh, Phoenix goes down, self-destruct.
We've captured resource point Sigma.
That was an amazing juke by Prime Minister. He starts running in, and then he turns around, comes right back out, and then yeets the fucking Locust in the back. They broke off from pursuit. That was 4D chess. That was straight 4D chess. Well played, Prime Minister, on that one. That was good. Yeah, this whole Luthien both drops now have just been an endless series of little 1v1 and 2v2s. Well, an occasional 3v1, but
Yeah, we just didn't see the organization that we saw.
Bolt taking his Blackjack to go help out his friend that's still left, while Prime secures the last cap.
Yep. Well played, 228.
oh, apparently I have view mode on both still. Someone in the chat said something. Oh, I'll fix it. In my defense, the team should have caught that. I'm just here to cast. Looking at the damage numbers here, couple of double Ds. Spider 41, Commando 49, Flea 48. Damage numbers overall kind of low. A Hammerfell in the Hellfire 419, and Phoenix in that longbow with 517 is the highest damage on the field. So a lot of pinpoint. Also a lot of picks. Both teams, it was just just trading picks back and forth because of how skirmishy that whole fight was. All right.
You know, for as new as it is, I'm actually been really happy with Luthien as a map, especially with its introduction into some of the comp games. It's been a good place to try to get a game going. There's a lot of odd sight lines. Whatever range you want to play with has options. No side is really unbalanced compared to the other. I'm happy it showed up. It's a nice addition to the game.
Now, has TCAF won the last 3 drops in a row?
No.
Who won drop 1?
TCAF has won 2. 228 just won the last one.
Okay.
So it's
2-1. Still a game.
Still a game.
Yeah. 2 drops to go and it's 2-1. Thank you.
Unless Orca's
Normally,
wrong, I wasn't really paying attention.
That's my problem. I was too focused on just the fights. I wasn't paying attention to the score at all, so I have no idea where everyone is. All right. Team 1 is on 5 men. All right, you do that. Double checking the stream, make sure it looks fine. It seems to look fine. Good enough, anyways.
Shameless.
Hey, sometimes it's the best practice. Been good fights so far.
I can't wait to hear what they say.
TCAF up 1-2. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So it's what Orc said. Both these teams have been bringing it.
2-20,
Now
I
Luthien
think.
was.
Now they're going.
Yeah. The fights just completely like any semblance of like coordination did seem to like fall apart. Because it was just so many small fights. It's like there's no way there's a team leader coordinating that many tiny fights. You know what I mean?
And 228 was 228 because they spread out. They basically forced Tegan off in basically 1v2s because they were just reacting. Right? They weren't taking command of the map. They just reacted to what they saw.
Yeah, I thought 228's behavior there was bizarre, but it looks like it panned out.
Yep.
Now, if I think it was Therex who was in the Warhammer 70 in the last drop. Him in that Urban Mech 2C. The Urban Mech 2C jumped on top of a rock, and then him, that Warhammer and that Irby just stared each other down, just alphaing each other, right? But the Irby
Right.
with less armor than a Warhammer, he
Well,
got his side torso ripped open early.
Yeah, sort of.
But he did
Well, no,
Giga Drill that Warhammer in the CT. That Warhammer
Yeah,
was like CT orange,
but
on the verge of popping open.
But the Urban Mech was running 2 beam lasers, which requires a lot of face time against a mech that has what? 2 Goss and 2 Peeps for
Well, I mean, the weapon
no, he
requires
was
face
running,
time. That does not mean the pilot requires face time.
he was doing the
you have to
binary
have
build.
some sense to not get shot.
2
Who's doing binary
binaries and then
build?
five ER meads.
Oh,
I think is what he was
on the
running.
Warhammer.
Yeah.
So the Warhammer had a way higher alpha, requiring less face time. Maybe not the same range, right?
No, I think the beams slightly have a beat out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah, they're roughly the same range, like in the general ballpark of each other for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
I
even
just-
with the drop off, the Warhammer is still going to win on armor over the Irby.
right.
Let's
Oh,
just be
absolutely.
honest.
Right.
But yeah, I was just pointing it out because both of them just hard stared at each other, just click, fire those beams, and just stare, right? And it was pretty funny because for a moment I thought the Irby was winning until the Warhammer got its second shot off, and then the Irby just went,
Yeah.
nope.
Well, and
We've got a
that's-
double lock. These guys are ready for some
Yep.
more fun.
Let's do it.
All right, we're launching now. We're going into drop 4, and it is either team's game right now. 2-1
Yeah,
TCAF's favor for those who are tuning in.
And the teams we've seen have a lot of success are those who control the Citadel tends to win the match.
Or the teams that bring Irbies. This is a Ralphie tournament after all.
That is true. That's why we dumped what? How many Irbies into our last 2 weeks?
They may
Well-
not be fast, but they do have an unreasonable amount of armor for a light pack.
So I think total we're going to have like 20-something Irbies played, which
But 16 of them being like the last 2 weeks.
like 10 of them.
Remember, no one looks to us for good ideas. This is just how we roll,
Right.
people.
Yeah.
we had to make a play. It was-
DPS hasn't had a good idea since 2022. We've just been fucking just shit posting basically this whole time. It's just-
And I'm not even technically DPS, but I'm like, oh, you guys love doing things that are ill-advised? I'm in. Show me
That's
how
the
it's done.
spirit. Yeah. If you like to do ill-advised things in comp, hit us up.
Yeah,
All right.
we're the jackass group.
All right, I'm
And,
looking here at blue team, team cost. We got Thunderbolt 5SS, Grasshopper, MJ, Commando, again, Bushwhacker, High Roller, Dragon Fang, Stalker 7D, and Mad Dog BA. Interesting mix of mechs here. What do we got on the other side? I want to check out these weapons.
Light pack coming in. Oh, come on, game. Alpha's once again driving a flea. Fire ant with mag shots.
Command confirming that we have possession of Alpha.
Please hold. The game just decided to throw my camera to the complete opposite side of the map. Just talk amongst yourselves. I'll be useful
All right,
at some
so,
point here. Thanks, Brian.
Tinkoff is actually regrouping basically their whole team on airport. The Mad Dogs like dual UAC 20s and stuff. In this Bushy, I think is triple heavy or triple large pulse. This seems like very kind of
Rat
yeah,
Junkie is in a heavy
Straight
large
push.
Hashka with machine guns. Lord Phil is driving a Shadowcat D. A Shadowcat D, not a Mishi, with AP Gauss and Plasma.
Ooh. All right, Tinkoff is straight pushing across the bridge to Upper City. They're going to force a 4v4 here.
Oof, that might be to their disadvantage because
228's caught it. They're already sending their
Yeah.
lights back to them to
228's
help out
running.
with Mama.
3 bull sharks up
We
there.
have Gamma.
Yeah, Hammer fell, running 4-year large and 2 Gauss. Is
Oh.
Bullshark
Oh.
6 with
Oh.
Therax.
Shit, you're right. It is triple
AC5 and
bullshit.
sports.
Dude, they need their whole team together. This is going to be a slaughter. Oh,
Four
the
AC
Bushy's
10s
down
and
the
3 plasmas
Thunderbolt.
with Wubby. Oh, they are here for the fight.
Yeah.
And Prime's rounded it out with a 3-year large Vulcan who is currently fighting within his range, but hey, this is the party they brought.
Dude, today has a fucking monster of a firing line here. Oh, these mechs are just getting lit up trying to push in. Stalkers have.
And that's a nasty
and he's-
angle. Tikhonov has
Oh.
to push through those gaps in the buildings. They are essentially
Yeah,
staging
Dragon
themselves up
goes
to
forward.
get farmed.
Dragon goes forward. Oh god, he's alone.
Oh, the worst
god.
thing you could do is
Oh,
push through
no!
there. Belay that
Oh!
order. Turn around.
Oh god, now the Mac
Do
Dogs.
anything
They're,
else.
oh, they're streaming in. Oh no.
Yeah.
They're
this
Congo
is
lining
nasty.
so hard. Oh, that was so bad. Oh no. Oh, they're just
Well
getting
played by
slaughtered.
228.
Oh, that was a kill box. Oh, that was a kill
You
box.
gotta be
they pushed
honest,
it to.
poorly played on Tikhonov. They
Oh,
thought
no.
they had a thing, and they really did not that time.
No, they didn't. Oh my god, no, they were not ready for this. Oh. All right, Phoenix goes
Another
down.
double
Kraslius and that
Like-
grasshopper just goes forward to die.
Yeah, Phoenix and Chris
Wow.
both
Wow.
said, nah, F this, I'm out. They
Oh,
kicked themselves
that
out of
Matt-
the game.
That ended so quick.
We've been on the receiving end of something similar this season, right? So like I feel for them. It hurts so bad when it goes that wrong. Oh. They needed to either fully regroup as all 5, right? Or as a whole team of 7 before committing to a push like that, or as soon as they saw those bull sharks set up a firing line like that powerful, to just say, we're not fighting this,
Yeah,
let's fuck
nope.
off.
No, and they had 2 mechs worth of dead guys to realize that string of buildings and very tight gaps is somewhere we do not want to be standing.
And it's not like they
They
didn't have
conga
the
lined
range.
in. Yeah,
Yeah.
all right, you know what? Sometimes brains don't work.
That's true.
I wish I could be more pragmatic about it, but that was just the wrong decision in that moment. It happens, guys. No hard feelings. We are now a tie game.
Oh yeah, it is
Yep.
a tie game.
Let's make
It's
this makes Flash Drop that more interesting.
all right. Swapping teams now.
Oh, real life things. Be right back in 30 seconds.
All right,
And-
you do you, boo.
That also means no more bull sharks for 228. So the odds of
The-
running into that high DPS style.
They did hard commit there.
Yeah, that was the trump card. They just played it. So
Oh, that was a slaughter.
yeah, no, I
I empathize with them so bad because we've had a couple matches this season where we got slaughtered
Yeah.
the same way. We were so like
yeah.
confident that something we were doing was going to catch our opponent off guard, and our opponent's like, "Nah, man, we figured that out before he even dropped." Just like,
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody gets tunnel visioned on the plan, right? And it's like, for us, we like to do a lot of blue range trade, but a lot of times we're like, oh yeah, we're hitting targets, not realizing, well, no, actually, we're not. They are. we're just literally just getting free farm, not even realizing it.
yeah. Oh. Well,
Yeah,
River
that's a
City
painful-
again. We'll see. So yeah, 228. They're out of bull sharks, but there's still quite a few assault
Oh,
decks that are scary strong. So we could still see them kind of do a similar strat again, which will be interesting. But TCAF needs to scout that out just a bit better if they're going to push that hard again. Though to be fair, that hard push worked out beautifully for them in drop 1, because they did do a very similar thing. Push the far edge
Well,
of
it
the
worked-
map and then roll up. Which is what
Yeah,
it
and
looks
it
like
worked
that's
out-
what they were trying to do, but they didn't have their full
And it
team
worked out-
together. Go ahead.
I'm back.
Sorry.
What did I miss?
Well, and it
Nothing.
worked out in drop 2 as well. And then when they started playing passively in drop 3, it kind of went sideways. So maybe their right thought process, well, we'll go right back to what worked. This time they just overcommitted without scouting. Or maybe they thought there was just the 3 assaults and they thought they could get the pick. But
I think 228
responded well to it.
I mean, to me, that looks like 228 basically had a backup plan for the game plan. I think on their way in, while their lights were kind of doing their thing, they realized, wait a minute, these guys are crossing over the airport. Because, I mean, they were able to get most of their lights there in support in that entire bull shark pack to hole up and watch that corner. They hit the reverse button and just waited. And I think they had ample time to see it, but they were behaving as if they had that in mind already. That was just brutal.
Well, and if you notice, they all 3 were kind of watching a corner, waiting to see what peeked around. They
Oh
didn't
yeah,
really
first one to
focus
show
fire.
is the first one dead. You
they
never
didn't focus.
decide to be the one in the choke point. If there's a choke point and the
Right.
other guy wants to stand in it, more power to him. Or an early grave, as it would be.
Yeah,
Oh, Team 1's locked. Team 2's on 5-minute now.
that bull shark. Those bull sharks are nasty builds.
And
Well,
honestly,
Sharks
with
and
how that
NASCAR.
panned out, that was just TCAF losing the coin toss. If they had NASCAR'd the other way, weak side like they had been previously, they probably could have controlled the entire map while those bull sharks were trying to get back into whatever position they were meant to be in.
Yeah,
Now, I do
they had
wanna-
the speed.
Never know how it's going to go.
They could have redone it. Now both teams are locked now, so I'm gonna go ahead and launch for the last match. But just to add on what you're saying, yeah, they had the speed, especially since the enemy team invested what 285 tons into 3 mechs. That's like 3/4 of the tonnage of the drop. Yeah, they could have just ran off with their whole team because their whole team was faster and lighter, right?
Right.
Yeah, the King Arthur battle plan. Run away!
Play the caps and force them to play your game. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would have been the
don't-
only move for them.
You do not have to fall on the holy hand grenade. You need to turn around and do anything else.
Speaking of, I just recently rewatched Monty Python: The Holy Grail. Hilarious movie. It also rewatching it now, not on like an old 480p fucking, CRT TV. It's you realize how cheap the movie is, right? They must have made that movie on a shoestring budget for sure.
Dude, the coconut for the horse hooves?
It was
That
hilarious.
that was a backup plan. They wanted horses. They just couldn't afford them.
Well, it's
Afford. English
like-
letters
it's like-
exist.
It's like
Yeah,
a
they're just
Saturday
like, well, we
Night
can't get
Live.
horses. What do we do? It's just like, let's have some idiot clack coconuts behind us. And they said,
That's
perfect.
All right, hold on. I'm looking here at 228. We got Prime Minister and the Vulcan.
Coming in.
2T, Shadowcat D, Bull Shark 6, Flea FA, Bull Shark M, Urban Mech 2C, and Bull Shark 4. Wait,
That can't be right.
that can't be right. They
Yeah,
just
they
ran
can
through-
only
Clan-
take- they can only take 3 per game.
Clan
right?
chassis.
Oh, clan chassis. Well,
All right, well, there's only one. Okay, well,
We'll math it out later.
yeah, that's not on us. We're just here to call the game. All right, what
Yeah,
does
Speaking of,
TCAF
got
got?
an SRM Locust. They're awful light. 6 medium pulse Mishi. We're going old school with our attitudes. CVO driving a Kip Fox D with SRM plus Artemis. So we got 2 light splat boats out there. And let's see what the big boys are doing. Zeiss and a Charger 3K, 4 large X pulse. Slightly old school. I like the attitude.
Command confirming that we
Another
have
Charger
possession of
1A1.
Alpha.
And then number 7, we got 3 Chargers looking to pick a fight in the upper city.
Yeah, I think
Resource point
they're
And
planning to push.
oh my goodness, and 1 8 medium X Pulse Battlemaster. This is an odd decision.
There's
This is
someone.
a very large, heavy brawl build that is attempting to cross the bridge when they're already sighted. I think they just lost another gamble here, guys.
Yeah, they're
They
stacked
got
here
4
for
assaults
pushing
worth of
across.
brawl that cannot get into their weapon range.
Yeah, and they can't hold. If they hold, they're just going to die.
No,
for
at this
free.
point, dude, you've committed. You got to stick one guy out and
All
let
right.
him die if he has to, but you got to get across. They're on their way. They are on their way.
Yeah, they have one guy going caps, but yeah, everyone else is forward. Blue
Prime
team
and a
has one
3-year
guy out from this
large
fight, too.
Vulcan is in a nasty little camper spot.
Oh,
He's in
is
that
a
one
nasty
hillside
spot.
overwatching the
Oh no,
airport.
he doesn't. They can shoot him for free without the other guys being able to take shots at him. Well,
Yep.
the bull shark can now get shots at. He's got angles, but oh, I think they might have delaying to shoot that Vulcan is proven to be a bad idea. Oh no, Battlemaster's eaten a lot of damage. They pulled back to water. Not sure what's happening right now. Now, this is smart because 228, they have their whole team stacked on airport right now. Red
And
team,
they have the cap lead, so all they have to do is camp and wait.
yeah, red team here, yeah, red team could spread out and cap while blue team is cornered here. And then force blue team to have to push out. They could actually pull this off. As long as they don't bleed any more health, because that Battlemaster is already at half a mech. Kinda
Looks
got
like Alpha's about to
oh,
force
his
the issue
leg.
for him. He is currently flipping Epsi while he's standing behind their backs. Looks like he's going to get it.
yeah, they're doing a better job of reacting.
They-
and playing
All
the
right,
cat
so a
game
charger went back towards Epsi's. The Locust went off to Cap Sigma. They got one on Kappa. All right,
Kappa.
they're gonna have a 4 cap here soon. But
Ooh, Charger versus Flea. This is interesting.
We have gained Epsilon.
all right, you let me
Got
know
the cat and mouse at
if
Epsi.
Enemy forces
yeah.
have
Ooh,
Sigma.
is he gonna get away? 'Cause I'm watching the trades here at airport.
Alpha secured it, but he's getting lost. It looks like he's going to get out clean.
All right,
And
and
the
the
Charger-
emitter needs to
He
stop.
doesn't have as much leg
changing.
as he had when he started, but he is getting out of there.
Charger to the
Oh, but he's boxed in.
Alright, Imatis is tucking in. This Battlemaster is... He's legged, he's cord CT, and he's still alive. What a legend. Flea's messed up, but he's going to get out.
No, he got legged.
Alright, Shadowcat might be able
Alpha
to...
is legged.
Alright, Shadowcat's not going to finish him off. They legged and left him. And they have a 4 cap. They now just have to drag this out.
The Battlemaster is down before you get in the spot. They are in a rough position here.
Yeah. They might be able to pull off killing that Bull Shark, the Bull Shark 4 that Hammerfell's in. But,
Yeah, the Shadowcat
they're
already
bleeding
got,
to death,
looks
though.
like mostly halved. Yeah, the Mishi is cut in half. Grisalius, oh yeah, okay. He's open CT, they just lost our other Charger.
This last Charger, I hope he doesn't push in solo. I think he just needs to, like, hide and wait for someone to try to come at him. There's a lot of injured mechs that he could do a lot of damage to.
228's life pack is already coming around his left side. It looks like this is going to wrap up fairly quick.
Oh, 228 has so many injured mechs. Hammerfell is down. Yeah, Emitter, he's fully surrounded. He's definitely going to go down here soon. Tank in the Locust 3S. Oh, no, you shouldn't.
He's attempting to flip Theta. That's a mistake.
Run! You're getting surrounded!
Oh, no.
Run!
Rock undefeated. Boulder strong. Cannot be beaten.
Oh, God. Oh. I'm
I
clenching
don't know how
so
he's
hard.
alive, but he is for the moment.
Yeah, I know, right? Ooh, that Bull Shark just barely whiffed. Now, there's a Kit Fox behind
There's
the Bull
the
Shark.
leg.
Oh, did he? Oh, he got the leg. Oh, this is game over now. Oh.
Yeah, tank is about to drop.
Does someone have a John Cena meme to throw down right now?
No, thank you.
Captured resource point Sigma. We have gained Epsilon. Resource point Theta.
Lobby's like right here too. All right. Yeah, and Blue managed to reflip all the caps back. Yeah, this is going to 2281 for sure.
Yeah, Sivo's just gonna attempt to get a Bull Shark, which he's got a chance at. He got him. Therax drops.
Got the kill.
One pride
Kills
kill.
matter.
Kills do matter.
He shed some armor, but he still got both of his legs and one more dead guy to his tally. That's not bad under the circumstances.
Hindsight, you know, once they saw the enemy team did pull back, right, and formed a kill box again,
Yeah.
they did do the right thing and not engaged it. They went out and did the caps. The issue is they kept all their bigs like right there at airport still, because they all died where they just kind of camped. And I think what they should have done is they should have just not fought here.
Backed off.
Yeah, just
put the bigs on Kappa, Sigma, and Epsi and just hold out, right?
that you could do that. Well,
Confirming that we have
they
possession of Kappa.
might be too much open ground trying to get them back into cover, or back that way. They could have at least went into lower city, right beside airport, right, and then
We've gathered
drag the
CBO
fight
had the
out there.
opportunity to leave a fight, but he decided to pick one instead just to wrap it up.
Yeah,
He is down. That is it.
228.
Well played, 228.
yeah,
Good job,
228 with
228.
a 3-2 win. Good holds there, 228. Very good holds.
And just for confirmation, there was no Bull Shark violation. They used 2 Intersphere on the first drop. They used 2 Clan on the second drop. So all's good.
Which Bull Sharks are clan? I thought just the Mako was.
The four and the Mako were Clan.
Oh, the 4 is clan too. Oh, I didn't realize that.
So
All
so
right.
they used the
Yeah,
they used the
228.
5. They used the 5 and 6 on
Smart.
drop 1. with
Yeah,
the
that's
Mako.
smart.
Oh.
I never thought of doing that. Because, yeah, I thought only the Mako was the only clan one, so I always figured, like, at most you could take, 5 Bull
So all's
Sharks.
good. Well,
Well-
I don't normally play the Clan Bull Sharks. So I don't really know because I only like the 6.
All right.
Why?
So, with this match done, we're going to wrap this up here. Announcement, there's another game tonight in 4 hours, 8 p.m. Eastern, between, let me double check. 5 Day, do you have the caster sheet pulled up, for chance?
I can. Yeah, what do you want to see?
What's the 8 o'clock match today? It's the other one that our names are on.
Well, I may not have a current caster sheet. The only date match I have for 5/10/2025 is what we're currently sitting in.
Oh, he's gonna make me look at the Discord.
Darn right I am.
I think it's the CDU game. I think that's the one that got postponed. Oh,
What do I got? I have.
shoot. Now I feel like an idiot. Hold on. Well,
No, I'm with you. That would be CDU Bandits and Gilded Fennec Guard.
Yes, which is Division E.
yeah. I think that's
So
it.
2D, so 2D20 and Surratt already played, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, it's CDU versus Gilded Fennec. Yeah. Okay, so it's Gilded Fennec versus CDU Bandits. Sorry that was so confusing, guys. I had to double check. That's in 4 hours at 8 p.m. Eastern. I think these two will be joining me again.
Yeah, I'll be around.
With a little luck, I should be able to rejoin you.
We'll let the teams figure this out in chat. Looks like they're arguing just a little bit about the Bull Sharks, but it does seem to check out after.
Yep.
But yeah, thanks everyone who has showed up. I'm Level. This is 5 Day in Orc, and thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll be back, like I said, after a bit of a break and dinner for the last match of the
5
season.
games ain't bad. Technical difficulties happen.
All right, everyone, you have a great afternoon. We'll see you this